To best illustrate some of the specific activities that are part of quality control, let's look at the steps of making an herbal product in the form of capsules. To do so, we'll follow the flow chart for its production. First, we must qualify the raw material. When an ingredient arrives, the warehouse manager places it in the quarantine section. A quality control inspector reviews the supplier's certificate of analysis and inspects the shipping container. Is it broken or punctured? Is the seal on the container intact? The QC inspector then takes a sample of the powder to verify its identity. We use methods of analysis called HPLC and infrared to establish if an herb is the real thing or not. If a powder fails this analysis, we return it to the supplier, but our senior QC director then also investigates why that supplier failed in its quality control. The laboratory director analyzes the sample to see if it's free from harmful bacteria. If the powder fails this test, it goes for sterilization and then gets retested. The laboratory director also examines the powder to make sure that it is not contaminated with dirt or other particles. We deal only with raw material suppliers that we have pre-qualified. Nevertheless, we take nothing for granted but verify each ingredient that we receive. The QC department keeps a sample of the raw material in its library of retained ingredient samples. Once all test results show that the powder is okay, the QC director approves its release from the quarantine for use in production. To manufacture the product, the production manager issues a batch production order. This computerized printout gives the step-by-step instructions to make that formula. From the warehouse, the raw materials now move to the weighing room. There, a quality control inspector checks that the raw materials are from approved lots. The inspector then looks at the physical aspects of the weighing space. Is it clean? Has the equipment been sterilized? Are operators wearing their protective covers? The inspector goes through a checklist that leaves nothing to chance. Because weighing is so critical to the quality of the final product, the QC inspector verifies the weight of each ingredient. The powders then travel to the mixing station. Before they can be added to a mixer, a QC inspector examines the mixing area and its personnel. When a formula has several different ingredients, we make what is called a pharmaceutical mix. To make sure that a complicated finished blend is uniform, we carefully build it up from the smallest ingredient to the largest. The QC inspector oversees this process. Once the materials have been mixed for the specific period of time, usually 30 to 60 minutes, the QC inspector examines the blend. Does the weight of final blend check against the input values? Is the consistency of the mix even? Next, the mix travels to its assigned encapsulation station. But before the mix can be encapsulated, the space and equipment must be cleaned and sterilized. We use two types of capsules, made either from gelatin or vegetable fiber. Both types are kosher certified. This means that they are manufactured under strict hygienic controls. The gelatin has been produced using pharmaceutical processes approved by the US FDA, the Gelatin Manufacturers of Europe, and the Japanese Ministry of Health. During the encapsulation process, the machine operator continuously checks capsule weights. At the same time, a QC inspector takes samples at specified intervals for an automatic weight checking that gives a statistically precise weight record for the batch. Nulab's target for filling is 105%. This means that if the formula has a fill weight of 400 milligrams per capsule, we aim for 420 milligrams. The capsules are now polished and go through an inspection process that removes any that are dented or cracked. The quality control director will reject a product that fails an inspection at any time during the production process. Bottling of capsules is a high-speed automatic process that includes several points of quality assurance. Sensitive products get a moisture-absorbing pouch inserted into the bottle. The capping station automatically rejects improperly capped bottles. The capsule counting station has a reject system for any bottle that is underfilled, but as an added safeguard, we set counters at +1. A bottle that is supposed to have 60 capsules is filled with 61. After labeling, the bottle gets a protective film that also serves as tamper-proofing. The QC inspector assigned to the bottling line does random checks to verify the capsule count and general appearance of bottles. The bottles then go to the finished products quarantine section. The quality control director reviews the paperwork and orders an analysis of the batch. If all is in order, he gives his seal of approval. Only then can it be released to the finished products warehouse for shipping. Senior executives at Nulab have quality as their first priority. The CEO, general manager, and senior QC director routinely monitor the aspects of quality control. The QC director and his team of inspectors have full authority during manufacturing. Only on their approval can a product travel from one step to the next in the production process. They are dedicated to maintaining product quality and improving the verification processes. The quality control inspection system at Nulab is a time-consuming activity, but this is how we stand behind each and every product with a 100% quality guarantee. It is Nulab's role to be a source of products that improve health and well-being. Quality control is the tool we use to accomplish this.